Dr. Laura Sinnott here, audiologist and audio engineer with Tuned. Today we're going to check out the AirPods Pro Generation 2. There are some really cool new features and there are a lot of reviews out there on the AirPods, but this one's going to focus specifically on a feature that potentially turns these into active or electronic earplugs. This feature is called Adaptive Transparency Mode, and supposedly it reduces sounds that are over 85 decibels. Sounds at 85 decibels or higher can hurt us depending on the length of time that we're exposed to it. So again, this essentially turns it into an earplug. To find Adaptive Transparency Mode and enable it, go to Settings, and your AirPods Pro should show up in the left column. Tap there, and then scroll down a little bit and you'll see Adaptive Transparency Mode. Alternatively, you can go into your Bluetooth settings, tap the little blue information button, and then again scroll down to Adaptive Transparency Mode. I scour the internet for information on this because I have questions. Is it a compressor or a limiter? Does it automatically disable if you enable headphone accommodations, which will turn the AirPods Pro into a hearing aid? Does it react quickly? Is it going to catch an air compressor release on a bus or a rim shot on a snare drum? I even asked somebody who works with the Apple Hearing Health division or whatever it's called, and they were unable to release any information. Big surprise. So I did some testing myself. I wanted to do some critical listening to see if I could perceive the earplugs in action. So I took to the streets of one of the loudest cities in the world. New York City. This is one of the best cities in the world, but also one of the loudest. And even though you can have some of the coolest experiences of your life, getting from place to place, you will likely be assaulted with loud sound. Buses. Street cleaners, garbage trucks, construction, the subway, fire trucks, although the sirens aren't going right now, thank God. Funny HVAC systems. And those were just sounds I heard on a 10 or 8 block walk. Restaurants are loud here, although this one's not too loud. Even inside the Metropolitan Opera House, there's still noise. All sorts of sounds at the Metropolitan Opera House. I wouldn't call this noise though. Fortunately, there are things like libraries as well here. Overall, what I can tell you from walking around with these for quite a few days is that they're definitely reducing sounds like sirens. When I'm pulling them out with a siren and I pull them out, it just shocks my ears, it's so loud, and I put them back in and it's nicer. Also, the transparency mode and the AirPods Pro are it's just incredible. I totally forget that these are in my ears. Next, I did some objective measurements. I stuck a probe microphone down my ear canal, played city street sounds through speakers at sound levels over 90 dBA weighted, and measured the response in my ear canal to see if the levels would change with adaptive transparency mode enabled and disabled. With, let's call it ATM, with ATM on, shown here with the pink line, the average sound levels were lower compared to when it was off, the green line. It was actually between 1 and 7 dB lower depending on the frequency. And even with ATM off, the AirPods Pro still significantly reduced the street sounds compared to what I measured in my ear canal with absolutely nothing in my ears. That's the blue line. So in other words, when you're using AirPods Pro with transparency mode, even without ATM, it's still reducing the sounds. I then measured some pink noise with ATM on and off. Pink noise is sort of like airplane cabin noise, and here I found less of a difference. It may be that even with ATM off, some auto noise reduction kicks in when it identifies the sound as steady state pink noise. I wish I didn't have to do all this guessing, and I wish Apple would tell us, but this is what I'm finding. And just to show you how effective the AirPods Pro noise canceling mode is. I measured the same pink noise, and you can see here with the blue line that the sound is reduced by up to 30 dB. Impressive. Finally, looking in the numerical trees, so to speak, I saw that average sound levels did exceed 85 dB. However, it's possible that they're using a compressor. So if the sound is over 85 dB, the compressor will reduce the sound but not fully stop it or limit it from going over 85. Also, it's possible that the probe tube was causing what we call a slit leak, which would allow some sound from the outside to enter my ear canal. It's also possible that my ear canal was resonating or amplifying the sound. Overall, the AirPods Pro are definitely effective, or somewhat effective, especially when it comes to sustained loud sound. So in theory, you could take these to a music concert and they will help protect your hearing a little bit. If you're an audiologist, you can definitely tell your patients that the AirPods Pro can be used as hearing protection, but just be cautious. We're not exactly sure how effective it is. But a few decibels of reduction is better than nothing, so I'll take that. And just like with any earplug or earphone, a good physical fit in the ear or a good seal is crucial. So definitely do the ear tip fit check. I would say that a filtered earplug is a better bet right now, just because we can be a little more certain about what it's actually doing. But overall, I'm thrilled that Apple is helping to normalize the importance of lowering loud sound and essentially saving our ears.